So Loic, let's now speak about leadership. Leadership has always been a key aspect of this battle toward decarbonization and reaching sustainable goals. And at this critical moment, finance really serves as a compass, in the way we think value creation, designing new strategies, guiding new policies. And for that, I think we need alignment between what we say and what we do. That's important for all the people that are looking at us. And it's about aligning words and actions, because we have to walk the talk, as we say. And here it's about between, those who finance activities and those who do the business. But I think we need also collaboration. I believe that this is critical in this period where we need to address really decisive problems. So I have a question for you, and I would like to ask you, what does it take as a leader to make this happen?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it takes first determination, obviously, and not in particular, and also the conviction that working around the ESG principle and trying to have an impact is not just an option but a necessity in the current environment, and it's a necessity for long-term value creation. So I think as an asset manager, as an alternative asset managers, we're dealing with allocators around the world, and it's true that the past few years have been a lot of talk but not so much action. In the sense that there's often a discussion about, your fund has sustainability goals, it's interesting and so on, but how much does it cost me in terms of return to pursue that type of funds as opposed to a normal fund? So there's always been like my yield, my performance, investment performance, how much do I need to sacrifice to pursue those goals? And I think our conviction is determined to show that it's possible to have investment as alternative managers, to have investments that make sense, that have a purpose, that have an impact, but that have also an investment performance that is not going to be fundamentally different than the other investment opportunities, and also that is not going to be riskier, and that is not going to be we do that for good, but maybe it's more dangerous or it's less performing. We absolutely convinced that it's possible to pursue both investment performance and impact. And coming from Chenavari, who has been seen historically as an investment manager, delivering more performance oriented, I think we're showing that we have a team that is deep down absolutely convinced of that urgency to act. That we have a team that is innovative enough to have come up with a mechanism in order to partner with a world leader like L'Oréal in those type of objectives. I absolutely hope that we will also convince other corporates, other institutions to join that effort, because I think Solstice is a really a powerful product, and it takes, as a leader, it also takes what I would call stubbornness, because we believe in something. We have to go sometimes against the flow, but now the flow is coming with us, and the fact that we've been precursor in that environment with innovative method, with partners like L'Oréal, and again, thank you for that partnership, because we think it can really have an impact. So that's, I think, the type of qualities that we need to have as a leader.
I can only agree with what you say. Probably also because I'm quite stubborn, and I'm totally convinced that financial objectives and sustainability goals can match together. So that's why it requires sometimes some courage. But I'm sure that with your expertise, there is a way, to find the right path, and making sure that investing can bring returns and also produce a huge amount of impact. I'm absolutely convinced about that, and I'm sure you're the right partner to achieve this result. I would like to speak about our common project called Solstice. Solstice is an important project for us because we believe that supplier decarbonization is the next frontier in corporate climate action. We've been doing our math and we know that if we want to reach our own targets, it's very important to embed our supplier in acting together with us to reduce the impact in terms of carbon emissions. I have a question for you, Loïc. How do you envision this collaboration on your side?
I really think that Solstice, the collaboration between L'Oréal as the seed investor of the fund and Chenavari as the asset manager of the fund is really about having a holistic approach to decarbonization in a theme that is common to so many blue chip companies like L'Oréal. Because, I mean, all blue chip companies and CFOs, probably the first one reporting numbers regularly and talking not just about financial numbers, but also impact numbers. I am very convinced that the combination of the gentle pressure that we are going to reach a certain point, so you suppliers have to invest, do the efforts to have less carbon intensive processes to make the investment so that we reach those goals, combined with effective funding tools, which are not going to be obviously free loans or dangerous loans and everything. I mean, our job is to implement financing, ad hoc financings to each and every cases that will be deemed to be financially solvent, but also impactful. We are doing things. It's not just saying things; it's doing it. And I think that what is also very interesting, because a lot of allocators, allocator or investors are sometimes saying, well, yes, it's interesting, but do you really have the deals? And actually here, the involvement of corporates who themselves are explaining to their supplier, well, listen, Solstice is one of the tools available for you to conduct that journey from point A to point B and this decarbonization journey. I think it's extremely powerful because the investment pipeline of the fund is very rich, very interesting. And we are actually applying the same selection criteria of the deals than what we do in other investments. So we will pursue smart and safe investments, but that have that allow to reach the objectives that we have in the decarbonization journey. So I think it's like Solstice is changing the rule of the game, and but is also a way to accelerate the decarbonization objective.
And for me, what is very important is that you, together with L'Oréal, we can really promote that kind of service to our suppliers, because I think it's quite new, it's quite disruptive, and we need really to promote that within the ecosystem of our suppliers. That's very important. As a sponsor, we invested 50 million euros, which is already a good amount of money.
Yes, thank you for that.
But the fund is targeted to reach 300 or even €500 million with a 4-year investment period. And we are trying to focus on the sustainable development goals of the United Nations. And our key investment themes, of course, are quite broad. They include industrial process efficiencies, but also the energy generation, new industrial processes, which I think are themes that are quite common to the whole industry. And L'Oréal will not be the only investor in the fund. The strategy may be extremely interesting for many big corporates. And Chenavari, by the way, will be in charge, or is in charge, of managing subscription and seeking new investors in that fund. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on those very important topics. And thank you, of course, for all the help you provide, not only to L'Oréal, but I guess to many corporates.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.